The Family Online Safety Institute works to make the online world safer for kids and their families by identifying and promoting best practice, tools and methods in the field of online safety that also respect free expression. FOSI is a trusted convener bringing together leaders in government, industry, and the nonprofit sectors to collaborate and innovate new solutions in child safety in a Web 2.0 world.
Really impressed with FOSI and their ability to, again, bring everybody together, draw industry, government, law enforcement, all the right people to sit down and have a discussion. They've been out in front supporting online safety education and, again, trying to make sure that the next billion people that come online are doing so in a safe manner. So I see them as a leader in the online safety space.
There's been a real need to have an energetic convening organization that can pull people together and can advance a balanced approach to this, an approach that is not ideological, that is not rigid, but rather very practical and pragmatic, and brings together the technical side of the online world with the policy side of the imperative to protect children. I think FOSI does that very well, and that's why I've always been pleased to work with them.
FOSI is really an international organization. I know it's well known now here in the States, but we have quite a lot of international members, and this year we added 5 new members, 2 from the US and from Russia, Spain and France as well. And what's unique about FOSI is how it brings together people from industry from across the world, all looking at the same issues but with different flavors sometimes attached to it.
It's a really innovative idea to have a sort of online institute and chimes with the times. And they're doing really sterling work. But it shows that, you know, Stephen and Sammy and the others knew what they were doing 4 years ago when they set it up. It's very encouraging.
I think for Verizon, the reason that we're in FOSI is the international perspective. Verizon has had a relationship with FOSI for about 9 years now, and we've been engaged for all that time because we really see a tremendous amount of value in the things that FOSI does.
Got in touch with FOSI for the first time 2 years ago when we came for the first conference. We really thought it was impressive what Stephen has achieved by that time, because he managed to get together people from many different companies that in the commercial world are declared enemies from each other, but he somehow managed to bring them together to the table and convince them that social responsibility is a different stuff. It's a different matter.
Well, I've been on the FOSI board just for the last year, and I have to say, getting the opportunity to spend more time in the trenches with leaders like Stephen and David and learning about some of the global initiatives, it's been very rewarding. I've been able to take some of that information back and help influence some of the discussion in Symantec and Norton. And today we saw a preview of the coming grid service that we'll be able to use. It's going to be enormously helpful for everyone at FOSI globally to just stay on top of issues and different regulations and legislation happening on a global basis.
In our partnership with FOSI, we're always looking for best practices to learn from what other people are doing or the challenges perhaps they've encountered, so that we can learn and pass on to our companies those best practices.
So we're gathering some of the best thinkers in government, in industry, and the nonprofit sectors to showcase some of the wonderful technologies that are out there, but also many of the challenges that we still face in terms of keeping kids safe, and also encouraging them to act more responsibly online.
The Family Online Safety Institute is a perfect organization for companies like us to participate in. If you're going to be in the online space, whether it's from a search perspective, operating system perspective, or a social media perspective, or simple as you provide email services, you ought to frankly be a member of FOSI, because what you're going to find there is companies who are coming together, putting their minds together and saying, let's share our ideas. And in many ways, they're a convener of the industry.
I think what's key is that we convene the very top thinkers and practitioners from government, from industry, and the nonprofit sectors to look at the challenges and to collaborate in ways that perhaps they wouldn't otherwise do if they were just working in their own company or just working in their own government department. So that's the really exciting part of what we do.
For membership information, go to fosi.org.